The youth forum of Garma reminds us that they are the future and the future of theirs as heirs. Join us as the youth forum participants present the vision and share their hopes and dreams for Australia they will inherit. Please welcome the youth forum.
Jeffrey has been watching over us, guiding us, and educating us throughout this year's Youth Forum. She has provided the space and the opportunity for us to be here, learning from one another, and she's always believed that these youth are not the problem, that they are the solution. We would also like to thank Dealer, Dumbul, and the Yungal elders for camping with us, mentoring us, and for loving us up. We were very fortunate to have Dumbul and Vernon stay with us, and we're incredibly thankful for them for taking us out collecting, and for Dumbul for teaching the students how to weave. We would like to say a big thank you to Dealer and the team, and Me Watch Health for kicking off the Youth Forum with the Rapery Rom, as it set the tone for the entire Youth Forum and was an absolutely incredible experience for the students. A massive thank you to our volunteers, Stacey, Ethan, James, Katrina, and Alexa. This simply would not have been possible without you. A massive thank you to the teachers that brought all of the students here and for allowing them to experience the Garma Festival. A thank you to the Youth Forum facilitators and to all of those who ran workshops that allowed the students to get out of their comfort zones, try new things, and create some long-lasting memories. A shout out to our special guests, Mr. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, Paul Kelly, King Stingray, and Jay Miller. Thank you for taking the time to come into the Youth Forum, for sharing your story, and for connecting with the students. Madge, thank you for being you, for always supporting and championing the youth. We love you, Madge. And lastly, a massive shout out to all of the youth here today. You have all been absolutely exceptional. You stepped up from day one, you took on leadership, respect, and kindness as core values, and it has been an absolute honour to meet all of you, to hear your stories, to connect, and oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see where you all go from here. Today we would like to pay tribute to a great man and mentor. Mr. Yunupingu meant so much to all of us. His knowledge, wisdom, and spirit continues to empower us all and will forever inspire and remain within us. We learnt about his poetry and his maniquet, his songwriting, when he was a youth just himself. And that has inspired all of us to be here today.
Hello, my name is Jakoto Carl Roses. I am a proud Yidinji and Imbabra man.
Good afternoon, my name is Dion Canando and I'm a proud Yolandi woman. This year, 2023, Garma Youth Forum presentation is presented to you by Garwarn Boarding School, Leopon Homelands, Tiwi College, and the NT Education Department and Barker College.
This year we supported and we wanted to give Indigenous youth an opportunity to participate and feel the love of the Youth Forum at Garma. We did that, and over 80% of our youth this year were First Nations.
Unfortunately, some Indigenous youth from outside NT couldn't make it as their flight were too expensive. Perhaps there could be a way for business to sponsor a couple of young people as well as themselves.
Throughout the youth forum, we were able to engage with workshops, choose our own adventure, and elevate the voices of the youth.
We had the Anglicare team that supported young people and family out of Nullumboy facilitate a workshop on what makes us feel strong. We explore health and well-being, families, identity, people, and activity that gives us strength in what doing so we can create a true life.
The robotics team from Barker College ran robotics competition and workshops, helping the locals and visitors get a chance to develop technical skills like driving, programming, designing, and building robots.
In the iPad workshops, we used the Procreate app, draw our design into 3D models of logs and igatis. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Then we looked at them in the AR. We also created AR face masks using our faces as a canvas.
Behind the News were very active in the youth forum, interviewing us on our experiences, our voice, and we're so excited to see ourselves on TV.
E-Safety Commission spoke about how mob can stay safe online. We made posters and spoke about resources that are necessary to keep us safe.
Marley from the Black Photography Collective taught us how to take professional photos on our phones and iPads. Anti-Music School bought a shipping container of instruments from Darwin, hosted jam sessions in the youth forum with King Stingray and Jay Miller, and ran percussion, guitar, marimba, and songwriting workshops. Anti-Music School also hosted a beat-making workshop with youth forum participants making huge booming beats with nothing more than their raw energy, talent, and willingness to try new things. Anti-Music School workshops were about sharing, listening, playing, learning, and creating. Each group brought something different.
Vermont and Doombell took us collecting, and Doombell ran a weaving workshop for the students, and Dila, the team, and Me Watch Health took us through a discipline ceremony. Wani and Yolanda worked with us to create the dance that we opened titled Vine of Love, dedicated to Japari. Thank you.
Now we're going to have a Q&A with some of the leaders, and we'll throw it over to the audience for a few questions at the end.
My name's Erica McHugh. I'm 17 and I go to Casuarina Senior College.
My name's Michaela Lowry. I'm 17 and I go to Palmerston College.
My name is Shiokatame Tupo and I'm 17 and I come from Casuarina Senior College.
My name is Harold Peter Lindsay and I come from St. John's Catholic College.
Alright, what does Indigenous leadership look like to you?
Well, what does Indigenous leadership look like to me is seeing young Indigenous Australians getting out of their comfort zone, having a go on what they're trying to achieve, such as being an artist or a technician, or just getting a job in trade, or rather if it's wanting to join the Australian Army. What I see within young Indigenous people is that they have the courage to strive and reach their full potential. It's just that they need help in order for them to at least achieve their goals.
Indigenous leadership to me is leading by example. It's just using your manners and just wherever you go, and just being a role model towards the next generation.
Yeah, I agree with Tama. I think it's just being a role model for everyone around you all the time.
I think it means just guiding the younger generation, just so they have a good example and to look up to someone when they get older.
That's actually a tough question. Uh, what I believe in the importance of that question is that younger people have a choice to rather give their voice a chance to speak, to illuminate themselves, to show them what it means to take initiative in your own actions. Youth voice is something more, I would say, positive, because the amount of times I've seen younger and older people work together is unimaginable. I've seen younger kids, younger than me, take part in really great leadership skills, such as going up on a stage and speaking, rather if it's dancing, singing, something like that. Even the smallest parts of becoming a leader within a youth organization is something very special, to me at least.
Erica, I'd love to throw it over to you now and hear about some of the friendships you've been able to make here at the Youth Forum at Garma this year.
Some of the friendships I've made friends with lots of different kids from different schools and just different people from different communities. And I think that's like a really great thing to go back home and, you know, say, oh yeah, I got a friend that lives in the community. I think that's really cool. But yeah.
Michaela, what's been special about all of the different school groups that we've been able to bring together this year?
Seeing everyone's perspectives on different things has been really cool. The other night we all sat around the campfire and just talked about who we were, where we're from, asked questions, and I thought that was really special.
Alright, Tame, I've got a big question for you. What needs to change in our country?
I don't know if I have the best opinion for this question, but what needs to change in this country, I think, is just more support to the youth. I'm very grateful to be on this trip to this very prestigious event, and yeah, I just wish more kids like me get more opportunities like this in the future.
Tyrell, what needs to change?
Well, what needs to change in our country is that older or much senior like leaders need to start noticing that there is a generation rising up, such as giving opportunities such as this to give everyone a chance, not just for me, but for the entire generation, such as younger ones, like youth, for example. What needs to change is that we need to start looking towards a better future, look towards a brighter star. Rather if it's white fella or black fella, we all live under the same sun, we breathe the same air, we walk in the same dirt. Nothing is ever different towards us. What needs to change is the amount of respect that comes from both laws and both cultures.
Michaela, we've had lots of opportunities over the last 3 days to engage in the arts, in music, in dance, in song, in writing. Why do you think the arts is important, and specifically, why are music programs important for our future?
The arts and music are really important to, I think, almost every culture, I'd say. Everyone uses it to tell their stories and to communicate, and just to bond with each other. And I think that it's a really, really important way of life, I guess. Especially with music, art, drawings, body paint, everything. It just tells a story, and I think that's really important, and it should be continued.
Tame, can you please tell us a little bit about your experiences over this weekend with music, with dance, and with self-expression?
Before I came to the Garma festival, I've only heard little of King Stingray. When I saw that show last night, I'm gonna download all their music. Honestly, music on this festival has honestly, truthfully changed my life for the better.
Erica, what's been a highlight of your experience here at Garma this year?
Some of my highlights have been the ceremonies because they're just so beautiful, and in Darwin we don't really have as much ceremonies that I've seen, but yeah, definitely the ceremonies because they're just really amazing.
Michaela, would you like to share a highlight from your experience at Garma this year?
This is a funny one. I was talking about a story with Anorella about one time when I was at work. I work at Kmart. And I was working at the fitting rooms, and there was this girl trying on a pair of jeans, and she fell over as she was trying to put them on. And I went in there and I asked if she was okay, but I was laughing at her a bit, and it turned out to be her.
Tyrell, I would love to know, how can the education system in Australia be changed for the better?
Again, another hard question. Well, the education system, I would definitely say that I actually have no words. But I would definitely say to, again, give younger children a chance. Because, well, let's face the fact, our younger generation is something special to us. And if there's one thing that we need to start looking for, a change within our education system, is that we need to teach our younger generation the rights of wrong and the meanings on what is important and what is not important, such as living both Walanda and Blackfellow. Because personally, I found it hard once I moved to Darwin for boarding school. It's not easy, but if we all work together to try and make this change possible and to see it shine one day, it would definitely mean something within the whole economy of Australia.
Tame, what's been the one thing you're going to take away from your experience this year?
One thing I'll take away from the experience of being here is that I'll definitely want to be here next year. And then next year and the next year.
All right, Tyrell, wrap us up. Any final words, thoughts, comments, or opinions?
At this point, I just love being on camera. But thank you. But the final words for me would definitely be that we all need to start looking towards each other like start working together. There's never an I in team. We can strive together. We can live as one. There's no point in trying to go up against each other, which I find it distraughful every now and then, because no one likes fights, personally. But for my final words here, not yet, is that enjoy life the way it is. It's a journey that we all need to take, no matter how hard the road can be. Keep your heads up, never back down, and find people that you can trust to get you through hard situations. There are some times where you might need to be alone, but just always remember that you are not alone in this world. You have family and friends that will guide you through situations and get you through hard times.
Let's give it up for our panelists. So the Barker College students worked together to create a speech, and a young girl by the name of Ruby has created this. So I invite you to close your eyes and to listen to their words.
Ladies and gentlemen, we walk here today, hands in hand, to celebrate the beauty and richness of our great nation's Indigenous people and their culture. We walk alongside each other to learn and to share and to grow. And we continue to walk towards a future of togetherness, equality and knowing, a journey that we will take together. And so today's focus is on one word: yes. A yes in the near referendum means inspiring these young people around me to know what they think, know and need is all important to our country. What they think, know and need is all important to our country. It will allow these generations to have a say in everything and not just what they are asked. It will motivate youth towards a future in which they have the same opportunities as their non-Indigenous brothers and sisters. The Indigenous voice to Parliament means that all decisions made in Parliament will be a reflection of what needs reform, but with the needs and circumstances of our Indigenous communities at heart, to ensure accessibility, equality and opportunity. It will mean that Tilly has more opportunities and facilities available to her as she grows up. It means that Angie will never be disadvantaged because of her culture. And it ensures that Bella and her family will always be considered before lawmaking and reformation takes place. The voice to Parliament is more than a recommendation. It's hope. It's hope for a better tomorrow in which we can work together for a balanced nation. The fire of passion, insight and creativity is within every one of these children, and it's time to let it shine upon us all through the Indigenous voice to Parliament. Investing in the Indigenous youth of today means that tomorrow will burn brighter. These children are the future of our nation, and they need to know that they are supported and recognised always. The Indigenous voice means that we can and will walk together toward a future of decisions and choices made together so that everyone is heartened and strengthened. The voice will encourage the Indigenous youth as our leaders in waiting and inspire them towards further greatness. Voting yes means giving our plethora of Indigenous communities the formal recognition they deserve, inspiring change and encouraging emerging generations towards further opportunity and achievement. Because the future is coming. The future is here.
My name is Peach and I'm 10 years old. And we believe children in incarceration should never sit anywhere near each other. It's simply wrong in our society.
My name is Billy, I'm 15 years old, and I see youth in positions of power with their voices celebrated and elevated.
My name is Amy and I'm 16 years old, and together we can inspire adults to step aside. And together we can champion the Imagination Declaration from the 2019 Garma Youth Summit. And together we can make a change, and together we can be youth.
We not the leaders of tomorrow, but instead we are the leaders of today.
That song is called The Rhyme of Love. It's not only for younger people, but it's universal. I would like to thank the youth group, the Northern Territory children. They have been fantastic, amazing, and someone beautiful children to work with. Thank you again. Yes,